Hi, Brell here. Let's take a look at the market in Vernon. I put these slides together the other day. This is only going to look at home sales. In 2015, there was 688 homes sold in Vernon. Average price nearly $425,000, with sales ranging from $90,000 to just over $3 million. The average days to sell a house in Vernon last year was 86, and they ranged from -3 to over 1,000. When I look at the median sale price, I like to look at historically the median. I think it's a more stable measure than average. So in 2006, the median sale price for a house in Vernon was $242,000. That price trended upward for 2.5 years, peaking at $455,000. $625 in July of 2008. Now by March 2009, the median sale price of homes in Vernon had declined and was sitting at $302,000. The low point in sales hit in January 2013, where the median price dipped to $295,000. The end of 2015, the median home sale price was back to $385,000, which is an increase of $143,000 over the 10-year period we're looking at. If we look at days to sell, in January of 2006, it took 83 days, and that number dropped to 62 days in June of that year, pretty robust. By February of 2014, the average days had gone up, and was followed by the median, peaking in February 14 with 167 days as the median number of days to sell a home in Vernon. Median is the middle of the numbers within the group. In December of 2015, that number was back down at median to 73. Let's look at the active listings. In 2006, there were 222 homes listed for sale in Vernon, and that number grew to 707 homes on the market in June of 2010. By December 2015, the number had settled back down to 326,000, up slightly from the 314 in 2014. I like to look at the historic number of sales per month, and this graph shows the cyclical nature of real estate in Vernon. In January 2006, 55 homes sold, and by May, that number had climbed to 103. But by January 2009, the number of homes sold had plummeted to only 16, and January 2013 was the bottom of the market with only 13 homes sold. December 2015 saw twice that many sales, with 27 sold. Now, when we look at home sales and medians and averages, we still have to focus on what actually is selling, because that's what makes up those numbers. The number could be the same and the properties could be very varied. So what we see here is a comparison between 2014 and 2015, the blue being 2015. So number of sales were down in the under 200,000 and under 300,000. Just wasn't as much inventory there to sell. The number up slightly between $300,000 and $400,000 homes. Down slightly again in the 400,000 to 500,000. And down again in the 600,000 to 700,000. Increases, interestingly enough, in the 700,000 to 800,000. I rather suspect that might have something to do with new home sales. And prices in the upper end of the market, generally fewer sales, still very tough at that high end of the market. In the 10 years that we're looking at, not surprisingly, most homes were sold between $300,000 and $400,000. So what about the average of what sellers could expect, and how much were buyers able to negotiate off of the sale price? When we look at this, this is the ratio of list to sell. In January 2006, On average, sellers attained almost 98%, and that went up to 98.2% in May of 2008. That's fairly stable with only a half a percentage difference on average. That number had plummeted, however, by November 2008 to 95.3% on average and continued to fluctuate between 95 and 97% through 2013 midway. Since then, we've been trending upwards, and we're back to about 97.6% of asking on average in December of 2015. If we look at the number of months of inventory, this is a metric we call the absorption rate. How long would it take at the current rate of demand to sell all the inventory that's currently on the market? So in February 2006, the rate of sales that month, it would have taken less than 3 months to consume all of the homes at that rate of demand. 3 years later, in 2009, it would have taken 32 months to accomplish a sellout at that rate of demand. By 2010, most months had dropped off to about 12 months of supply in inventory, and by 2012, most months had less than 10 months supply. This is considered balanced in the market between buyer and seller. In December 2015, it did show 12 months of supply, but we did dip into some seller's market territory, 6 months of inventory or less, in some specific neighborhoods over the last year, and in the market overall at specific times. If you're a local buyer, you already know that our market's pretty diverse, and one neighborhood can change performance drastically from another, as well as different home styles, different price points. Everything comes into factor. If you're thinking of buying in the Vernon market, we hope you found this general data interesting. Specific information implies an agency relationship, and if you're not already in a happy, committed relationship with a local realtor, we're sure happy to talk to you about the market and how you can get what you're looking for at the best possible price and terms. As a certified international property specialist, we can help people relocate from anywhere, and we can also help you buy anywhere. If you're thinking of selling this year, we encourage you to give us a call. Our Certified International Property Specialist Network is active in about 60 countries in the world, with approaching 3,000 real estate professionals. We're all networked together, and we'd love to get your property in front of those people so that it can attract their buyers. Thank you so much for popping in, and if you've got any questions, give us a call, give us an email. We'd love to chat, and ciao for now.